Wiggy time on a fly. What's up, everybody? Sean Wiggins here alongside myself, Ref Hansen. Here's a match I'm putting up that I, again, have not refereed. This was a show I was at, and I had to look this one up. This is a singles match that turned into a six-man tag match, if I'm not mistaken. Here is Danny Demanto, and he's coming out with Notorious Incorporated. And that is the team of Drew Blood and Devin Moore. Drew Blood, Devin Moore. I haven't seen you guys in years. I fucking love both of you and miss you. And you two are wonderful, 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 wonderful human homo sapiens. Devin Moore talks as Philly as can be. He's like a guy and a roofer, heavy smoker, and the exact guy you'd think of that was like a manual labor guy. Then he gets in a ring and he can fly with Too Cold Scorpio. So he's just, he's actually a really, really good athlete, very underrated. Trent Acid kind of broke him out of his shell, and he's still wrestling today, as far as I know, as is Drew Blood. I hope they're both doing well. Demanto I haven't seen in forever, and whatever. They moved past that. What the hell is it going to say about Drew Moore and Devin Blood? Well, what I am going to say is their names correctly. Drew Blood and Devin Moore. I can't talk. Oogum boogum. So that's referee Sean Bennett is in the ring. He is in the WWE now. And why is there a delay? And I sent them a congratulatory message on it. Me and him were never phone friends. I mean, we were for a short time, and then, life gets in the way and whatever. You could say whatever, that I bullied him when he came up, which, I gave him the business. And then I started telling him, hey, don't do that shit. Hey, don't put your hand on the top rope. And he was good anyway. He just needed seasoning, and he got there. But he got a break, and I didn't. So when people say, oh, you're bitter. There's Homicide, by the way, my favorite, my guy. There's so many guys in our industry that should have made it, and I am one of them. You get jaded and you don't want to watch this stuff anymore. And it's so hard. Let me just go off on a tangent here before these guys get suited, because they're going to do the NWA ring entrances. If I'm not mistaken, we went over the matches. I was hammered at the show. That I remember. I think Bennett wanted this match because he wanted to have Demanto against Homicide. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Because I wanted the girls' matches. I wonder where every girls' match, because they're going to be the most watched on the indies anyway. And I wanted to watch this. I actually wanted to watch this match. At this time, me and Demanto were friends, and I told Demanto he needed a match like this with a guy like this that has more experience than him to get him better. And Demanto just started on the gas at this point. As you can see, his body's kind of taking shape, and he was actually looking better. But anyhow, Demanto, I'll say this for him, and this is I'm going to give it a shoot. Because every time you shoot, you have to say it like Shane Douglas. He had himself a lot of good matches. It's just he did so much shit. And he would cut that I love you promo at the end and just destroys all of his angles. Probably got pushed too far. He shouldn't have been the comeback match for Dan Moff at Jersey All Pro Wrestling. That was Jersey All Pro's last hope, is when Dan Moff came back. The guy he's in the ring with now, Homicide, should have been the comeback match. I've talked about this a million times, or anybody other than Demanto. Demanto was up and coming. Just to throw him in that match, A, didn't make any sense, but B, then he wins the feud, so you brought Moff back to lose a feud. It made no sense. They just didn't know what the fuck they were doing, and Jersey All Pro blew that shit. And you can't blow that. You can't. You're handed a real life situation. You could turn into a sweet angle, and you blow it. And they blew it. They blew it badly. Homicide calling an excellent match here, by the way. Letting Homicide be the big man. He's, taking it slow. And this is old school stuff. And old school stuff's always going to be the best, because it makes the most sense. See what happens when you sell something? Cameraman, I dare you to stop shaking. Well, that's me. But yeah, you can't blow shit like that. But yeah, there's so many guys like I guess you didn't want it enough because you're not there. No, wrestling's so different today. Like, if there were territories, I'd be somewhere right now. Homicide would be somewhere right now. Maybe even Demanto. I don't know. There it is. It takes a full head of steam to do it. Drew Blood and Devin Moore, or Homicide's posses. Oh, my Wi-Fi network connection's lost, if anyone cares. Well, we're live as hell here, so I'm just going to have to keep going. And see, now Demanto's grabbing a chair. Well, if you're going to go that route, ooh, good reffing there by Bennett, turning right around and screaming at him. That's very important. A lot of refs don't do that. One thing I hate about True Blood, always a backwards hat with a random team on it. Like, don't look like the fans. Unless you're on TV and you're a star, don't look like the fans. You know, certain guys can get away with it. Stone Cold Steve Austin can get away with it, but he's on a different level than all of us. Homicide asking the crowd. See, I wanted to watch this match, and I said I would when I get the DVD. What's today's date? August 25th, 2022. And this match was December 15th, 2006. Okay, cool. It only took me 16 years. All right, well, I cannot believe that this was 16 years ago, or 15 and a half years ago. And I felt like my career was half over at this point. You know, it's so weird because wrestling has such a weird feel. I guess I see, there's the number if you want to train and pay Gino Caruso money to not learn a damn thing and work out in a shit ring. Call that number and, waste your money. Homicide going for a sunset flip. Ooh, no water in the pool, but nice bump. Homicide now. This is a very, very good call. Very, very good called. Very well called. This match is called well. Oh. Homicide knew he fucked something up right there, but you know what you do? Go right back to it. And you don't get you fucked up chance with Homicide. Why? Because he knows how to play it off and go right into the next thing, which is what he's doing. And I hated him for this in Ring of Honor, but it makes sense here. Homicide always worked under like NWA rules. And technically, using a chair on the outside of the ring is not illegal in the fake referee rulebook, handbook. It just can't be done in the ring. As Jesse Ventura would say to Tony Schiavone, no. Oh, okay. That would have, not that I'm Demanto's biggest fan, but not even I would want to see him get blasted with a chair in that sense. Good Lord. But Homicide, safe. Camel clutch now, variation. As Jesse Ventura said to Tony Schiavone, oh, what? You could go outside the ring, Schiavone, and shoot him, and it wouldn't be a disqualification? And he's right in that sense. But technically on the outside of the ring, the rules are laxed. True Blood and Devin Moore are cheerleaders in this match, but they're not really doing a good job of cheerleading. Because their man is losing. There's the American flag. It's always good to see an American flag, huh? Look at that building. That building is still standing. People are still training in it. That building is 10,000 years old. I think the dinosaurs had laid eggs in this building. The ECPW show Adrenaline. Adrenaline. Well, who cares? No one watches it except the marks that are on it. Homicide now. Working over Demanto. Yeah, unfortunately, I saw the menu chart here, and it says that there's a 6-man that follows it. So I hate that fucking move. When someone goes for a sunset and you just take your hands and slap their hands like a little bitch, and you're supposed to move your hand, you're supposed to go, ow, my hands. That's so stupid. I don't know who originated that move. I think it was in Japan. I hate it. Just looks like two pussies in there. Hate it. And different strokes for different folks, because I watched a Greg the Hammer Valentine interview, and he hates backdrops. He thinks backdrops are marky or goofy. Like a heel shouldn't take that bump. Maybe there's some truth to that. But, Valentine was a better worker than most, so, he didn't really have to do that stuff. I'm going off on a tangent here. And now, let me get that blue light. Damn light. Now we're seeing some outside. We're just seeing 3-on-1 here, and that's not fair. That's not right. Only if Homicide had some allies in the back. And now we're seeing forearms exchanged left and right from both of these guys. This is a very well put together match. These guys are Homicide, I'm not surprised. And Demanto, this is so far so good. Except a little pussy hand slap. Hate it. Hate it. I will die on that hill. That it is a terrible, terrible, weak-looking move. And Homicide clearly the babyface in this match, even though most of the fans in there are quote-unquote smart marks. You know, I want to get a tally to see how many videos I put up here on... Ooh, that move hurts, by the way. Anyone watching it? No matter what, no matter who's giving it to you, that just splash in the corner like that, you feel it. Nice scoop slam by Demanto. See, Demanto did some things very well. Nice elbow. I want to do a tally, see how many of my videos that I've uploaded are from this building. I'd say 70%. I mean, it's ridiculous. I spent more of my time in Lake Hiawatha, New Jersey than I would like to admit. Hell, give me more Stillwater, Oklahoma trips. Homicide. Ooh, right to the mush of Demanto. Nice kick to the face, Shining Wizard style. And now we're getting to the nitty gritty here. I mean, both of these guys are ripe for the pickings here. Homicide laying in those rights. Who's commentating? Is it, oh, John Fallon? Dude, you're commentating this? Weak. Oh, I just farted. Hip toss. Nicely done. 2 count. Homicide, God, he could work with anybody. And yeah, he's in his TNA days here. He's got the LAX shirt on. Homicide is, again, rules don't apply to certain people. He would always wear opposing federation shirts in the ring at different companies, and it would look okay. Like, he'd get away with it. Yeah, because his work was so good. And for the most part, everyone likes Homicide. I don't know anyone that doesn't like him. I'm sure there's somebody, but there's always somebody who doesn't like somebody. But it's weird. Homicide now. Oh, letting Demanto show displays of power. Crucifix. No, Demanto's going to catch him. Oh, nice. I like that move. It's a nice, nice falsie. Another thing that killed Demanto, I'll say it once, I say it 1,000 times. Whoops. We are live as hell here. Well, let me just, oh, excuse me. And I'll just talk over me. La 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 la, because I'm not going to redo the whole thing. And then Homicide, let's see if we missed anything. Did we miss anything? Well, I'll take the time now to stall while I catch my spot in the match. Check out the rest of my videos here on Wiggy Time on the Fly. And where the hell did I leave off? Damn it. See what happens when you do things live and you can't edit. There's no post-production. You get crap like this that happens to you. Well, I'm sure Homicide and Demanto are watching this. And I want to apologize to the both of you, because I just screwed this whole damn thing up. My TV just got COVID here for a split second. Didn't wear its mask, and now we're in this situation. You know, we're just going to play it from here. And now Demanto's going to throw Homicide to the outside of the ring. Oh, this might be exactly where we picked up off of. Demanto, oh, see? Now, this is why this match potentially could turn into... What the... What is happening here? Homicide now. Well, technical difficulties all over the place. And now Homicide and Demanto are going at it here. Old school NWA style. And there. Okay. Fixed. And if you're still with us, well, I did say one thing when I opened up my YouTube channel. If something screws up live, I'm keeping it. I'm keeping it. I don't care. I mean, people should see. Yeah, we've seen this part already. So this is going to be a longer upload than I want, but my equipment here is not up to code. I'll say that. I bet Homicide's going to whip him into the buckle. And there that is. Let's see, can I tell a story here? Oh, I have a cool story. While we're waiting for the match to catch up. Homicide and myself, this was at a TNA house show in Trenton, New Jersey. Asbury Park, New Jersey, before their pay-per-view in Trenton, New Jersey, that I was an extra on. I never got used. Whatever, all good. I was invited by my good friend Pat Kenny. We do they do the show in Asbury Park. I go out to Bar A with them afterwards, where Bubba Ray Dudley saved me from a DWI. Oh, I love when Homicide does that move. Yeah, cool story. Bubba Ray Dudley inadvertently saved my ass from getting a DWI. I told him the story after and he laughed. A cop that didn't know him popped that I was going to a party that he was at. We all left the Asbury Park Convention Center and drove to Bar A, which is not really a far drive. And I had a couple Miller Lights after the evening with some of my friends that were there. We're just sitting there hanging out, talking, blah, 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 blah. Homicide texts me, yo, and he texts like he talks. Yo, son, coming to Bar A, N-word, I think he said. I was like, yeah, I'm on my way. I drive, long story short, there's a DWI checkpoint. I get pulled over. The cop, everybody got pulled over. The cop says, excuse me, sir, do you have anything to drink tonight? Blah, 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 blah. I came up front. I said, sure. Yes, sir. I did have a couple of Miller Lights with my friends, and that was the truth. I only had 2, but I had it. I wasn't going to lie about it. I was fine, but I wasn't going to lie about it because I was going to Bar A to drink and party with the guys, park my car and caravan to Trenton, which we had the plans to do anyway. So the cop goes, were you at the wrestling show tonight? I was like, yeah, and I'm heading to Bar A. Bubba Ray Dudley's having a big party, like it's a big homecoming for him. He's having a big party at Bar A, and we're all going. He goes, oh man, that's so cool, man. Mongo, right? I went, what? He goes, Mongo, that's Bubba Ray Dudley. That's his nickname, right? I was like, oh yeah. I'm agreeing with him. I had no idea. He goes, oh yeah, go ahead, man. You have a good time. I was like, hey, what's your name? Let me give you his name. Let me give him your name. I could tell him that you said hello. He goes, he wouldn't even know me. So a cop that didn't know Bubba let me walk away. It was fine. I was fine. But if the cop was a jerk, he could have been, and I would have been dead to rights. I get to Bar A. I tell Bubba the story, and then me and Homicide drank till I think the sun came up. And everybody, the Naturals were there, a couple other guys. I think Eric Young might have been there. It was a really good night. It was a fun night at Bar A. Just drinking, telling stories, music's playing. Just one of the nights was mainly just the guys there, just the wrestlers there. And then went home the next morning. Or went to Trenton we left the next morning. Homicide's brother, I think, drove us. Or might have been him. Somebody. And then I went back, got my car, and went to work on Monday. But it was a cool little story. So to this day, Bubba, if you're watching this, I know you're not. Yeah. Hoggy Splash. Is that going to be enough? No. So close, yet so far. Demanto hits his signature frog splash. Not enough to keep Homicide down. Maybe Homicide saw that ECPW1.com banner and the power of Gino Caruso entered his body. Mr. Italy, Gino Caruso. I need more Mr. Italy, Gino Caruso matches up here so I can get 11 views. And amazingly, Homicide matches don't get a lot of views on my channel. I thought a lot more people would watch his stuff. I said it once, I'll say it again. I think he's the best all-around wrestler I ever refereed for. That started with me. Like, I refereed for Kurt Angle. And so you want to count him, you don't want to count him. We didn't really start together. I mean, me and Homicide started before me, but we started close to the same time. Homicide went for that Larry, did not quite work out, nails the stunner. See the way he set that stunner up? I really don't even like that either, where you kind of, hook the guy's arm with you. And now, wait a minute. See, this is why you can't have seconds at ringside. Notorious Inc. pulls the referee out. Now Homicides go out and beat them up. Or he's not. Homicide now. Doesn't know what to do. He had Demanto finished. We're at the 20-minute mark because of a technical difficulty by the idiot running the camera. And that idiot would be me. Demanto now. Is he going to go to the top shelf? Holy good Lord, sweet baby Jesus, because he is. Why is he going all the way up there? You just got hit with a finish. Very gutsy, very balls. And this is where, psychology comes into play. You just got hit with a finish. What are you climbing to the top rope for? But that's today's wrestling. Like, that's allowed. And it doesn't work. It doesn't make sense. I know some things change and some things alter, but some things should be forever. I don't know. What do I know? Homicide going for it again. And there's Devin Moore. See, Devin Moore, this is going to get you beat up. You jumping in on Homicide. True Blood, you're going down too. Jack Sabbath is in the back. He's promoting this show. Harry Slash was there too. Harry Slash was basically his booker. Harry Slash, if you don't know who Harry Slash is, he did a lot of the ECW music. He's friends with all the ECW guys. Good guy. I like Harry Slash. A lot of guys think he acts too cocky and arrogant amongst the boys, and he never took a bump. But a friend of mine, I like him. He does. That's true, but some guys get a pass for that. And now Homicide's just this is a Pearl Harbor job. He's getting japped. He's getting jumped by all three of these guys, and none of his boys are here, or are they? Oh, wow, fans in the front row that I don't know who the hell they are. So what the hell is Homicide going to do now? He's losing the battle. I guess this match is thrown out. I mean, there's no way it's going to turn into a 6-man tag. There's no way. I mean, it's just not possible. Homicide now, I think, is telling the ref, Bennett here, hey, tell these two bitches to stay here. I'm getting my boys, and we're going to fight. Well, it only took me 15 and a half years to watch this match. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. Sans the technical difficulties in the back. See, I knew we had friends. There it is, Booger Lou and Monster Mac. I knew Monster Mac would make an appearance. He's very Hulk Hogan-like coming out right now. I don't know what that's all about. Was Hogan on WWF TV at this time? This is December 2006. I farted again. No, he wasn't. So I don't know why he's... Boogaloo, I dare you to wear street clothes. And he does. And now it's a Pier 6. It's a Pier 7 brawl. The brawls are a little more, laxed. Pier 6, and it's anything goes. Homicide, big back body drop on True Blood. As I just said when Greg Valentine said he hated backdrops. Is this going to be an actual match? I guess it is. We're at the 23-minute mark because of those technical difficulties. God, who's in the crowd? Did fans actually come to this? See, you had your regulars. I see a lot of regulars in there. But this is a brawl. I don't know I don't know how Bennett's keeping this match together. Booger Lou and Monster Mac. Boogaloo became a cop? Boogaloo, if you're out there, man, I love you. I miss you too. You're cool as shit. I actually miss seeing your ass all the time. I think he became a cop, if I'm not mistaken. And if he did, good for him. Stay a cop. Get out of this where there's no money. Now you got a job with a pension. I could be wrong. I think I heard that he was a cop. And now Monster Mac is in there all alone with Devin Moore. And Devin Moore, you're in the wrong part of town. You're on the wrong side. Oh, no, there's more guys in there. Homicide, Demanto brawling on the outside. That never works when you go for a high cross body that late, especially for the heel. Well, at this time, there was no Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar had left, so that F5 is totally legal. And now Boogaloo is going to put the exclamation point on this one. Oh, Drew Blood, you're ballsier than I am taking that shiznit. I wouldn't take that. That looks safe. Boogaloo would have called that. I'd be like, how about an axe handle? How about a fist drop? Actually, no, he would have blasted me with that. And now, well, we're getting to the nitty gritty here. I mean, these guys got to be, their tanks got to be close to E. Homicide, Demanto somehow still on their feet. Good Lord. All right, I want to see how he took this. And... Oh! Oh, my goodness. Oh. How the hell is he standing? This is not an easy move to take, especially 20 minutes in. Did he not tuck his chin? Oh! My God. Demanto, the fact that you're still walking around. I think Homicide's shoot mad because I think Demanto got hurt. Because Homicide never hurt anybody well, as a professional, he never hurt anybody. I want to say that with intention. If he intentionally hurt you, there was a reason behind it. He wouldn't do it just in the ring. He was very, very safe. Monster Mac wants to get his licks in. And Mac and Demanto had heat for a long time. I know that. Well, Demanto and everybody had... Oh, my God. Frog Splash. Demanto and everybody had heat at this time. At one time or another. Boogaloo. This is... All right, guys. Leave these three alone. Oh. Well, that's your match. Homicide defeats Danny Demanto with a dangerous, dangerous cop killer. And not because of Homicide, just the way. I guess Demanto thought the bump was different. Well, hope you enjoyed this one. Sorry for the technical difficulties midway through. Join me for more Wiggy Times on the Flies. If there's anything I can do that you can do for me, just let me know. Good God. And, oh, shit. Oh, my God. Still had the presence of mind to bring his arms in. So for Sean Meggins, I'm Ref Hansen. Hope you enjoyed this bloodbath as Notorious Inc. and Danny Demanto come up just short against Homicide and the Hit Squad members. And the Natural Born Killer members. For Sean Meggins, I'm Ref Hansen. Arrivederci and ciao. Enjoy your whatever night this is. And, I don't know, go to bed. Signing off.